yesterday, this car was today's tune. Dude was cool enough to drop the car off to us so we could start going over it. I had actually remoted it because it had some problems. Nothing major, but just like wanted to make sure it ran. It was a fresh build. It's an F22 and an Accord with a Haltech, so it's pretty cool. It has a Hone engine position sensor, which they use the K-series sensors on these. It's a really nice setup. Pulsar 55, 54, I think, something like that. Doesn't really matter. Really nice car all the way around. So yesterday, ended up on the wastegate, basically making like 360, turned it up a little bit, went 405, tried to turn it up a little bit more, and it ended up making 510, but it like ran off on boost. So the goal today is basically figure out why it ran off on boost. If there's no reason, sometimes you just, the jump from 30% duty cycle on the boost control, so it's just a regular 3-point Macnoid controlled by the Haltech. The jump from 30 to 35 was like 10 pounds of boost, which is a lot, and I don't know why I would do that. The engine's built well enough that I could run it there if we had the fuel system for it. We do not. We have stock lines. So, a little bit of troubleshooting today. Mostly just making sure that, he's so happy anyway. Like, we should be able to touch 450 without having any fuel system issues. So that's the goal. Make sure it drives good, starts good. It's got a pretty good sized camshaft in it. I believe it's a Delta, which is awesome. John Baldwell's the man. Delta cams. And so, do some cold start, and then I'm going to rip on her a little bit. So, y'all stay tuned. What'd it make?
423.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I did exactly what I wanted to. So at 30% duty, it was making, let's see, 30% duty made 17 pounds. That was 32% duty. So like for some reason, that was 32% duty cycle. So like 35 makes too much. They're like, I'm gonna have to creep it up. I haven't pulled the log off yet, but yeah, that's I'm gonna check it, and we're gonna make baby steps. But what sucks is whenever stuff like this happens, we end up like I have to pick one way or the other. I have to pick like whether I want to run a bunch of boost and lose control over it or not. So yeah, that's it.
506 that time.
But I was out of it pretty early because of the O2 control. Like, it never went lean, but it was chasing after it. The O2 was, so we'll have to turn it down some.
Does it injectors or lines?
Well, I did get a warning for so the way the VE works is if you tune it at like 10 pounds, the VE doesn't really change a whole lot. Like the VE table itself, the fuel table doesn't change as you turn the boost up. So I didn't touch it there, and it went and told me, let's see, duty cycle. When I got out of it, duty cycle was 96%. So basically, he's out of injector, most likely. But you got to think that I personally think he's out of line is the real issue. Like, I think that we ran into the lines being the issue there. It's hard. It's really hard to say. It doesn't matter. He'll be happy as crap. This thing will, at 412, he didn't have any issues at 420 horsepower with fueling. So we'll leave it there. Even though we could go up a little bit higher, it's not giving me a good middle ground, if that makes any sense. It's not giving me anywhere where I can't ease it up and give him 480 because the boost controller doesn't want to act right. I don't know if it's Chinese. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, it's basically like we did start up, did idle, did cruise. I'm gonna do a couple more. I want to let it cool all the way down before he comes to get it tonight and do a cold start. And if it does good, then it's going home. So he's apparently got an AVI wired to the wiper switch for rolling analog. So I guess he wants rolling analog, but not regular analog. So we're gonna do that. Ricers, man. Not these ricers, man. Rolling analog's pretty gay. I'm old school, so I like brake boosting. Maybe it's just me. Like rolling down the highway, hitting the switch, and it just seems like, I don't know, never good. Whatever. All right, let's do it.
Explain to me how that works.
How rolling analog works in this context?
The wipers thing.
Huh?
The wiper thing. Like, does the wipers
he
still work?
literally found the trigger for the wiper there.
Uh-huh.
And watch. See the rolling analog? See the off? See, it's off right now. Can you see that?
Yep.
And as soon as it's got an off and on voltage, so I can change it, but on, off. Rolling analog, anytime he squeezes this, it's on. Make sense? Literally that easy.
And the wipers and everything still work, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just...
Okay, so
9 pounds.
realistically, what would the use of this be?
The car? Or the rolling analog?
The rolling analog.
So, like, picture... Okay. So, picture you're driving down the highway. Me and you are cruising. Dylan's in the back because he's a kid. And, like, I'm in 5th gear cruising. C6Z pulls up beside me, and I'm in an Accord, right? So, first off, all I do then is grab my wiper and go, and pop a couple times that way. The old vet guy with the New Balances, and this is Philip Smith that we're talking about, is like, bro, this Accord don't want none, right? And they think that. And then I'm cruising along and I downshift, and then the RPM goes up some. And maybe after downshift, depending on what the speed is, click third, right? I'm in third. Old boy takes his automatic and clicks it down a little bit, you know, because that's old people stuff. And then I grab that, I put it to the floor, and it goes, and I'm making like 9, 10, 12 pounds of boost. And as soon as that dude floors it, because we're going to give him the hit, right? Because we've got like a 500 horsepower Accord. And we're going to let off, as soon as I let that off, and then we probably blow the tires off and lose.